Hello everyone. So today I'm going to talk about how I played Dragunity in this Duelist Cup and reached Duelist level max. So I mainly used two lists for this event, so I'm going to showcase both lists right now. So the first list was a 60 card list that is basically a mix of Kashtira engine and Dragunity engine. So this is the list that I used until I reached Duelist level 17. Basically this is a bunch of starters and a small Kashtira engine that will allow the combo to start as well. So this is an engine that allows the combo to start in a different way than the pure version. And the main benefit from this list is that one, it's a lot of fun, and two, because of the Kashtira engine, you can bait out disruption. So they waste their disruption on the Kashtira engine, and then you can just go into your synchro, your Dragunity plays after that. So that's the main point. You will see that the extra deck is practically the same in the other version as well, except like Arsenal Falcon, of course, which is only here because of the Kashtira engine, because it requires 2 level 7. The other list has another monster instead of this card, of course, but we will talk about that when we get there. So yeah, so pretty much this list is self-explanatory. You're just gonna have a bunch of starter with 3 Tempest, 3 Small Ward. Like, you notice that I'm not playing one copy of Droll anymore because I think a lot of decks are already like adapting and taking out Droll from their decks because it's not really good right now. Because Super Heavy Samurai is not really that popular anymore. So yeah, so I still play Cross Out for like Maxi, but still. Any other thing like in this deck list, like I'm playing one talent just in case it comes up, and one Cosmic Cyclone. And the only reason why I'm playing 1 and 1 is because for some reason the Master Duel Shuffler loves to force 1-ofs in your hand. I don't know why or how. That's what I feel at least. So yeah, there is a reason why you keep seeing that 1-of beast in your hand, guys. I think the Master Duel Shuffler is just coded weirdly to take into consideration how many copies of traps, spells, and monsters you have in your hand. So yeah, I tested a lot of like ratios, and basically by the end I found out that this ratio is the best ratio possible. So yeah. Anyway, so I'm not gonna talk about this list in this video. I just wanted to showcase it. The main list I'm gonna talk about is the list that I actually finished the Duelist Cup with, which is this one. So I used this list from level 17 to max, with small tweaks here and there between games, mostly adding Cosmic Cyclones to this list, like 2 Cosmic Cyclones to make it 45 cards. But by the end of it, I just removed the Cosmic Cyclones because I did not use them that often to justify having them in the deck. So, and I also wanted to keep the deck list as compact as possible. So this list is self-explanatory as well. I'm just gonna mention the small differences here between this list and the other list that I showcased in my other guide video. So first of all, you notice that I don't play Baby Rock in this list. There is a reason for that, is because the way the combo works and the way the combo start works as well is that whenever you want to summon, search this card and summon it, you can just simply search Ringo Worm instead, and it's a better target anyway for Guider for 2 reasons. One, Ringo Worm does the same exact job as Baby Rock in case you want an early Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. Also, you want Ringo Worm to be banished anyway for the combo. So that's the reason why I don't play Baby Rock. And also because I'm playing Synchro Rumble, which also allows me to access another tuner from the graveyard anyway, so there is no need for Baby Rock, which is very hard to search because you can only search Baby Rock with Guiderk, and Ringo Worm can be searched with many other ways in our deck because it's a dragon monster. Other than that, I'm only playing 2 Maxi instead of 3 because, again, I want to keep the list very compact. So I opted for 2. One copy is for this cross out, and the other one is in case I draw it and in case it resolves. Because even if I play 3, if it doesn't resolve, it doesn't matter. Cyframe Gamma again, it's a good hand trap to have, especially against Maxi and against so many decks that need their monster effect to resolve. So there is that. You're mostly using this card on their turn than your turn, but even when you use it on your turn, it's very strong because you can just go into an early Baron de Fleur through Axel Synchro. Other than that, I have one Senatus because Senatus can allow me to access Phalanx early on, and if I access Phalanx early on, that will free up Guidurg to search another target instead of Phalanx. I can search Didi Crow, I can search Ringo Worm, or even I can search Zephyros mid-combo, and that will allow Zephyros to summon itself back at the end of the combo as a level 4 body that you can use to synchro summon with as well. Other than that, nothing too crazy. Like, I think Harpies is self-explanatory. So Synchro Rumble. So Synchro Rumble is a very strong card in this deck because, so first of all, it is searchable, which is nice. You can search it once you summon Crimson Dragon. And this card allows us to revive any tuner from the graveyard. Any tuner. It could be Phalanx, Ringo Worm, Gizarmi if we need to, or even Gamma itself. And another tuner that we can summon back is Lewin, because Lewin is a tuner as well. So you are very rarely gonna revive like a Dragon Synchro with this. You're almost always gonna revive a tuner. However, keep in mind, once you use this card, you are locked into only Synchro summoning from the extra deck. You cannot like Xyz or Link summon. So, which is not really a problem in this deck because, as you can see, the extra deck has 13 synchro summon. So that's the idea behind this deck. You want to synchro summon. So, but in case you want to end on seal as part of the end board, just keep in mind that this card locks you into synchros only, and you need to go into seal before this. And you notice that I only play one seal, and even if I play one seal, I can still end on seal as part of the end board because I can simply recycle it with regained. So there is that. However, this card, Synchro Rumble, has another secret effect that I think not a lot of people are aware of. This card has a protection effect tied to it. So if it is in your graveyard and a level 7 or 8 Dragon Synchro monster or Crimson Dragon itself on the field would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can banish this card instead from your graveyard to protect it. Not a lot of people are aware of this, and this might catch someone off guard when they try to destroy one of your synchro monsters or one of your dragon synchro monsters, either by effect or by battle. So they might not realize that this card protects from the graveyard. So yeah, other than that, I still play Beast. I think Beast is really good, especially in this current meta with a lot of back row. And Beast is good against back row decks in general. So if you can set it up and you have access to Bestials, you're set. So for the extra deck, so nothing too crazy about the extra deck. I play Crimson Dragon, of course, which replaces the second Atom. Only one seal, because you're not really looking to end on seal as part of your end board every time. That's why I don't play the second seal. And even if I wanted to end on seal, again, in this particular combo, you can recycle seal very early on in the combo, so you always have access to seal anyway. But again, in this combo, you want to end on synchros more than seal itself. So that's why I only play one for the extension, and I can recycle it anyway. I play both the Dragunity Knight boss monsters. Ascalon is very good going second, because in this meta where your opponent loves to spam bodies on the field on your turn, you need a way to clear the field and go for the OTK. And even if you don't OTK, just banishing their monsters will deny them resources in most cases, because most of the meta decks cannot afford to banish their monsters, with few exceptions, right? So yeah, so you want a second option in Ascalon, which is very good at OTK and clearing out the board after you have exhausted their options. Also, Arid Bear is nice in this current meta because not only it can banishes the card that it negates, but also, not a lot of people know this, but if this card is synchro summoned basically on the field, and your opponent gets rid of it by destroying it, it doesn't matter if it goes to the graveyard or banished, as long as it is destroyed on the field while it was synchro summoned. This card is practically Harpy's Feather Duster. It will wipe out all the back row of your opponent. Not a lot of people know this, and even if they read the card, they might miss it. So yeah, so even if you have this card as part of your end board, and they get rid of it by destroying it specifically, you can just wipe out all the back row. And in this current meta, where a lot of meta decks have back row cards that they want to keep, this might catch people off guard as well. So not only its monster negation is strong, but also its death effect, if we might say, is strong as well. And not to mention it can also banish any monster that it battles as well. So yeah. Other than that, I play Gorm. So Gorm is very interesting here. So first of all, funny enough, Gorm is actually a target for Ascalon. So if Ascalon gets destroyed in the same way Arid Bear gets destroyed, you can actually summon this card and have it on the field. And why is this card something that I chose to include in this deck? I don't think this is necessary, by the way. I don't think Gorm is necessary, but I'd like to think that it has a strong enough effect to warrant being played right now. So for those who don't know, Gorm basically, when it is synchro summoned, it equips one Dragunity tuner from the graveyard to itself. But that's not the important part. The important part is that it has a quick effect that allows you to banish any 2 cards from your opponent's graveyard, just for the cost of sending one equip card equipped to it to the graveyard. Now, again, this is a quick effect, so you can chain it to someone, like sending a card for cost or something to the graveyard. You can chain this to that and get rid of it, basically, right? Also, most of the meta decks love to send cards to the graveyard, love to have cards in your graveyard, and having Gorm on the field threatens the graveyard in that sense. But what's good about this card in this combo, as I'm gonna explain later, is the synergy between it and Lewin. Because if you can manage to equip Lewin to it, you have an infinite banish effect that you can use every turn. So every turn you can banish 2 cards, because Lewin will keep re-equipping itself to Gorm every time Gorm send Lewin to the graveyard, right? So you always have something equipped to Gorm, thus every turn you can banish 2 cards from your opponent's graveyard, which is very strong. And I actually had someone scoop to Gorm, I think it was a Labyrinth player, because he could not deal with Gorm. So Gorm alone just soloed his deck. So yeah. So that is that. And also Gorm on Synchro Summon can equip Phalanx again, so you can summon back Phalanx in case you want another tuner to go into another Synchro play. So there is that as well. So yeah, so that's pretty much the talk about this deck list. I think I'm gonna stop here for this video because I do not want to make it any longer than it's necessary. So I just wanted to share my thoughts about the list that I used. And in the next video, I'm gonna showcase the combo and maybe some replays as well. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.